It's Michael, and we're going to do some driving while we roll. I figured today I'd do some, showing how to actually drive.
Continue on this road for
along with
162
letting you
miles.
see what I see. So there's going to be some B-roll footage today. And, well, it's a little wet, so I may not be quite as, what's what I'm looking for, informative and all that, but hey, y'all don't come to me just for that. Y'all come for some stupidity too. And today, I just rolled out of Lebanon, Missouri, did a little bit of a break, not a 30-minute or any of that, just I had to go use the restroom. And we're on our way up to Chicago. And even though I don't like Chicago, there are some good loads coming out of there. And it's one of those, sometimes you gotta take a shitty run to get a good run. Right now, it's, sprinkling, but not so bad that I can't focus on the road, make sure everything's safe. Yep, I'm drinking Dr. Pepper. And it's about 6:12, 6:13 in the morning. No, I'm sorry, it's only 6:10. I forgot I set that my radio clock a couple minutes ahead of the actual time. But, I digress. And this is just basically to show what all we have, how much you see our heads move and all that. We got to pay attention to the road. We got to pay attention behind us, above us, all that. Along with watching all our mirrors. Now, I know y'all can't see the mirrors. I'm going to do a video, probably tomorrow, where, y'all are actually on a baseball cap and y'all get to see actually what I see. Granted, it'll be a little bit above. You'll be like up here instead of where I am, but you'll get the picture. But this is going to be my first time doing a B-roll footage with my dash cam right there. And I really do hope this is entertaining, because I really do like to do the videos and all that. Yeah, that was lightning. But, we professional, a little bit of light ain't going to scare us. A lot of lightning might, but not a little. And basically today, I just want to let people see truly what it's like to be a truck driver. And it's one of those things, not a lot of people know what it's like, but they think it's super easy. All we do is sit here, we just drive forward. Well, no. We're driving two vehicles. We got a tractor, or the semi-truck, and then we have the trailer. Granted, we're only in control of really one, but when we're going forward or back, we have to drive both at the same time. And what I mean by that is, whenever you're going forward, you want the trailer to follow you. You don't want it going, one way or the other, because that means trailer's tracking, and that usually means there's an alignment issue with the trailer. Usually, sometimes it's just really slick and you're getting it that way. But at 68 degrees and it's sprinkling, it's not flooding, it's not ice, it's not snow, you shouldn't be having that issue. And the reason I bring that up is, as some of y'all know, I am a trainer for fry milling. And I've done my time in the snow and ice, I have. I don't like it, but I paid my dues for it. I've been in some just amazing whiteouts, and thankfully my skill got me through it. I had a deity, we're not going to go into that, but I was able to keep it between the lines and just not have an accident going down Vail, which, if you ever been down Vail during a whiteout, you know that's a dangerous mountain. It's a beautiful mountain in the springtime. It's deadly in the wintertime. And the reason I do some of these videos is to basically show y'all what it's like. You know, I've done pre-trip, I've done dropping trailers, I've done, you know, checking a reefer, because that's what I pull. And it's one of those, you have to know what you're doing in this industry to make it in this industry. You can't just go, oh, I'm going to go get my own truck and all that. It's not that simple. You have to know where your freight is. Okay? For me, a lot of my freight comes out of California. A lot of freight actually does come out of Chicago. A lot of freight comes out of Florida. But that's a reefer. You know, believe it or not, a lot of my freight actually comes out of Kansas. And that's two reasons. One, it's one of the bull haulers' favorite areas because a lot of meat packing plants. You got JBS, you got Cargill, you got National Beef. All three of them are in Kansas. Granted, there's some in Texas, there's some in Arizona, I believe there's some in Georgia, but most of it is in Kansas, which is right there in the dead center of the country. And with what you're hauling, like me, refrigerated, I could haul dry loads too. I have twice the capabilities as just a dry trailer. You know, I could go to Chicago today and probably pick up a dry load running south. I don't know. I'll find that out later today. And as you go along on this, you know, you start to learn your areas. Like flatbed. A lot of flatbed freight in Texas. A lot of flatbed freight up in the Northeast. There's a lot of reefer freight up there, but I don't pay the tolls up there, so I don't go up there. That's because, well, Pennsylvania's inexpensive as hell. And there's really not a lot of truck parking up in the Northeast if you've actually been up there. Unless you have a place reserved, and usually you got to do that like a week in advance, but you never know when you're heading up there. The reason I do what I do, and yes, I've done flatbed, I've done end dump, I've done dry box, I've pulled tanker locally, I've hauled saltwater. I'm very good at tanker hauling. I can haul fuel if I wanted to. I do have the hazmat endorsement. And some companies don't like to haul hazmat anymore because it really doesn't pay as well. And it's true, it doesn't. That's why if you find a company that does hazmat and they pay real good, and you have your hazmat, by all means go for it. But a lot of hazmat doesn't pay more than what you regularly haul. And from what I've seen, a lot of people nowadays think truck drivers are evil. I'm trying to actually dispel that myth of we're all evil. Granted, there are drivers who are, I really wouldn't call them drivers, I call them more steering wheel holders, because all they do is hold the fucking steering wheel. They don't flash drivers to say, hey, there's a cop up ahead. I don't have my CB in my truck right now. I took it out because I thought I was getting a student this week, so I didn't want, CB in here for my student to be distracted. But a lot of them don't follow like how I was taught. My dad taught me how to drive truck. Flash your lights whenever it's clear for a driver to come in front of you. Flash your running lights whenever you pass someone, they flash at you or to let you know come over if you got your CB. Just common courtesy. It's one thing you don't see anymore. It's just plain old common courtesy. And seeing how a lot of these drivers are, I can tell you right now, things I've seen going down the road is drivers with their feet on the dash. Now, to me, that's unsafe. I don't care if you're in an automatic or what. Have both feet ready because, it depends on your reaction time of what's going to happen. Like right now, there's a truck coming up on beside me. I'm actually slowing down a little. It's just a pickup. But I seen him coming up. And now, if that truck in front of me, that I don't know if y'all can see, were to hit his brakes, with me knowing that vehicle's coming up beside me, I have to make a, am I going to be able to stop in time, which I could have, because I do try to follow 7 seconds following. And the reason I do 7 seconds is I'm basically a 75-foot vehicle. Okay? 7 seconds is really not enough, but it would give me enough time to slow down sufficiently to let the truck pass me that passed me, and I can get over and go around the issue. What it should be is 1 second for every 10 foot of your vehicles. If, like me, 75, that's 7.5 seconds. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm not good at half seconds, so that'd be 8 seconds. And that's before you hit 55. Once you get to 55, you should add another second to it to give yourself a little more reaction time. So in all technicality, I should be following the vehicle in front of me by 9 seconds, because 75 foot, 8 seconds right there, and then I'm doing over 55 miles an hour. I'm actually doing the speed limit, which is 70. Well, I'm going a little slower right now, but we're going up a slight incline and curves. If you live in Missouri, you know how it is, especially here on 44. And I see drivers actually have DVD players up on their dash watching a movie while going down the road. That is fucking stupid. You don't need the laptop or any of that shit up on your dash. Granted, my phone's right there. But, you know, when it comes down to it, I also have a Bluetooth. And if someone calls, I'll just turn on my Bluetooth and answer the phone. I see drivers who... I've actually seen one driver, while going down the road like I am right now, he was watching the fucking TV in the back. That's stupid. It's dangerous, it's stupid, and the more you take your eyes off the road, the more likely you are to have a crash. I believe the statistic is drinking and driving, you're like, I think 20 times more likely to have an accident. Texting and driving, you're 23 more times likely. Now, I may be wrong in those numbers. Now, this video, you know, I actually started it when before I even left the truck stop, but I waited until I got on the road to actually do everything. That way I have it all set up and I'm able to go down the road safely. And what amazes me, and I don't know why people do this, maybe someone can tell me in the comments, but why do people decide, like during rush hour traffic in major cities, it's the best time to read the newspaper? I've seen that. Do your makeup, do your hair, text, stuff like that. I mean, really, it's unsafe to have a phone like this or like this. Or my personal favorite, have your visor down, mirror open, doing your eyelashes, eyeliner, whatever. It's not a good thing to do. Okay, still good. If you're reading the newspaper, I mean, can't you wait till you get to the fucking office? Or, here's an idea. Go to work a little earlier, read the newspaper before you go in to the office. If you've got a major family emergency that you have to fucking, text, there's rest areas, there's places to pull over safely. Another thing I've seen is, and one company in particular is known for it. I won't say no names, though I will say a lot of people know this carrier because they usually get stuff shipped by them. they'll cut across 3 lanes. A lot of cars cut across 3 lanes. To take the exit, they'll be in the hammer lane, and their exit's coming up. Instead of going, okay, I'm a couple miles within my exit, I should start getting over safely and, you know, all that. They just shoot over 3 lanes, fuck everyone else on the road, to take the exit. That's how accidents happen, people. And if you do that, first of all, you're a fucking idiot. Second of all, your license should be fucking revoked. Third of all, if you cause an accident, you're gonna, try to pin it on the other person, saying, oh, they did something unsafe or they hit you, blah, blah, blah. Well, I hate to tell you, a lot of people nowadays are where they have dash cams, which is where my B-roll footage is coming from. Now I see that car coming up on my shoulder, nothing over here. I'm jumping over a lane just to let the car on. I don't have to. It's common courtesy. Now, if there was someone beside me, they'd be having to wait till I passed them. And don't fucking tailgate people. Like this Einstein right here. He decided, I moved over, he jumped 2 lanes across to not be sitting behind the car that I was letting on, that he was actually behind, and decided to tailgate me. Do not tailgate a semi. If we can't see you, you're too close. I don't care what you've got going on and all that. If it's a dire emergency, you still shouldn't tailgate. If you're running to go see your mother or grandmother or whatever on their deathbed, maybe leave earlier. You knew she was already there. Now, if it's something, hey, I can't get a hold of my mom, I'm going to go do a welfare check. Well, there's other ways to do it. If you're waiting until you don't hear from her, you're not going to win Son of the Year award or Daughter of the Year award, whatever you are. I don't care. But if you're going to be so concerned at the last minute, and only the last minute, that I call my mom at least once a day. I call and check on her. I call and check on my wife at least once a day. I would call my dad, but, well, they haven't quite got that, mobile, the afterlife figured out yet. But one day. But y'all gotta quit tailgating each other. Y'all gotta quit driving dangerous. Be courteous to other drivers. Don't think, oh, I'm the better driver than everyone else. I'm not saying I'm the best driver. I have more training than a lot of cars do because I had to go through another school to get my commercial driver's license. And that's not just me going, oh, I can drive anything. I can damn near drive anything, but it's me going, I have a little more experience in training than most cars. Most cars, I don't know how the fuck they got a license, I'll be honest. there are people who have more training than me. They've been out here longer, all that. Great. But there's someone better than me. No one is perfect in it. Now I know I'll hear, oh, well, I've gone all these miles without a fucking accident, blah, blah, blah. Congratulations. All you're doing is just saying, I'm about due for one. I've gone a few years without one. But I'm always prepared for that one little fucking incident. And that's what everyone needs to do. They need to prepare for whatever's going to be thrown at them. And a lot of people don't realize accidents aren't something you can plan for all the time. I mean, some of them, it's just, leave a little earlier, you ain't going to get in the accident. Don't run 900 miles an hour down the fucking interstate. I'm not saying trucks don't have accidents. I know they do. Usually when we have an accident, the car cuts us off. Usually. Not always. And when cars cut us off, they like to hit their brakes for some reason. I don't understand it. Again, if you have any clue of why they like to fucking hit their brakes, there's a comment section. It's one of those, what the fuck is wrong with people? Can't they realize if we don't hit our brakes in front of them, we seamlessly merge? And, just because the truck isn't going 900 miles an hour doesn't mean we need to cut them off. I do my best when I'm on my bike, in my wife's car. I still hold myself to the CDL standards. So does a lot of states, because I don't know if a lot of you know this. If you have a CDL, you're a professional. Any accident you have will go against you. Even if it's not your fault, they're going to try to make it your fault because you're the professional driver. It's something you really have to watch what you do. Don't think, oh, I've got it so made because I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, but I'm still prepared for that shit I don't know. I take classes to learn shit I don't know. And it's quite fun. It really is. I've learned a lot of shit I wouldn't have known. Like, I took the Motorcycle Safety Foundation course last year, back in 2018. I learned how difficult it is for me to drive one of these and then, ride a motorcycle. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, it's the same thing. No, it's not. I don't know about you, but I've never seen a motorcycle with 10 to 13 to 18 gears. I see a lot of them 5 and 6, some 4s, but again, not double-digit gears. I don't know what's up with this truck, but wants to tailgate me. Oh well. Yeah, I'm constantly checking my mirrors because I like to make sure I know what's coming up behind behind me, it was coming up in front of me, you know, all that. That's where I'm going to end this, and I'll continue another video later on. Y'all have a good day.